Several Afar Ugugumu fighters have entered Eritrea from Ethiopia. One of these fighters worked as a commander in this Afar militant group which fought the Ethiopian security forces in the past. Welcome to my views and news. Thanks for watching the channel. Two main stories in this video. Firstly, Ethiopian Afar group is being organized on Eritrean soil. The group has vowed to fight the Ethiopian ruling party, Prosperity Party. First news story is about this group. Second news story is about infighting between two Fano groups. Over 100 Fano fighters have been killed in a district in the last 3 days in deadly fighting between two Fano organizations. Let's start with this news story about Fano fighters. I told you a few days ago that the two Fano organizations are involved in intense fighting. One is Amhara Fano National Forces, AFNF, led by a 13-member committee. Zamina Kasi, Wodajo, Hapte Volde, Taframamu, others are part of this organization. This is the main Fano organization in the Amhara region. Second group is Amhara Fano People's Organization, AFPO Skandar Naga Group. Skandar Naga and Mekatao, two main commanders. I've been reporting about Skandar Naga Group losing ground in Gujum, in Shoa, not in Shoa, in Gujum, Gondar and Volo. In recent weeks, after the establishment of AFNF, AFPO suffered several losses. AFPO commanders in Gondar laid down arms. They made peace with the government. In Gujam, Zamina Kasi groups killed them in the last 2 years. Zamina Kasi cleared Gujam. Skandar Naga group has no significant presence there. Volo was being cleared by Mere Vodajo, because in Volo we know that Colonel Fantahun was leading a Fano group. Colonel Fantahun was operating in South Volo. And reportedly, Colonel Fantahun group has also been kicked out of Volo, and it is mainly operating in South Gondar now. There is some presence of Skandar Naga group in Gondar, South Gondar especially, and in Shoa. Shoa is the stronghold of Skandar Naga group, and deadly fighting is ongoing in Shoa between AFNF and AFPU. 100 killed. Where? In Ankober. Ankober is in North Shoa, Amhara region, and fighting has been ongoing for several days in North Shoa on different locations between Skandar Naga group and Amhara Fano National Forces. AFNF has been accusing Skandar Naga of having the backing of Ethiopian National Defense Force. Whatever the case is, but the fighting has been so intense that large-scale casualties are being confirmed by both sides. The both are saying that their side suffered less losses and the opposite side suffered more losses. AFNF says that majority of the killed is AFPO. AFPO denies, but both are confirming that around 100 have been killed in this deadly fight between the two Fano groups. Let's see, will AFNF be able to clear Shoa? Will Skandar and Mekatao be able to fully control Shoa? I think AFNF is weak in North Shoa. Skandar Mekatao very strong there. It will be difficult to completely eliminate AFPO from Shoa. But AFNF has decided that it wants to kill AFPO people if they don't join AFNF, or if they don't just lay down arms and make peace with the government. So it seems that more Fano fighters are dying in infighting than in the fight against Ethiopian security forces. Secondly, viewers, Ugugumu fighters have joined anti-Ethiopian government Afar group, which is being trained in Eritrea. A few days ago, an Afar regional level official, Minister Ibrahim Usman, fled to Eritrea. He had differences with the Afar government, Prosperity Party government, about the alleged expansion of Somali Isas of the Somali region of Ethiopia and of Tigrayans, TPF members into Afar. And one day, suddenly, with dozens of his security guards, he fled into Eritrea from the Afar region. And now in Eritrea, he's being back to organize an armed group to fight the Ethiopian security forces. He has been seen in Afar, uh, and he is contacting the Afars of Ethiopia to come to Eritrea for training, for arming, for organizational activities. And Eritrean sources a few days ago shared pictures of some Afars who entered Eritrea from Ethiopia. More pictures are coming in. One of the pictures is placed on the thumbnail of this video. This picture shows new arrival. These are new Ethiopian Afars who arrived in Eritrea recently. Reportedly, they arrived in Eritrea before Eid al-Adha. On Friday, Muslims celebrated Eid al-Adha in Ethiopia. In Eritrea, Afars are predominantly Muslims. And before this Eid al-Adha, reportedly, these Afars of Ethiopia entered Eritrea and they joined Ibrahim Usman-led anti-Ethiopian government Afar armed group. Important thing about this development is that these are not just common Afar people. They are trained. Some of them are trained fighters. Generally, Afars keep themselves armed. They know how to handle weapons. They don't need, and they live in a climate which is very challenging. So they are generally very tough in terms of their stamina, and they know how to handle weapons. They don't need lots of training to be deployed to war fronts. That's my understanding of Afars. That's what I saw during war too. That Afars know how to fight, especially in their home area, deserts where they live, mountains, etc. So these Afars, Ethiopian Afars who have entered Eritrea, some of them remain part of Ugugumu. Ugugumu is a Afar Revolutionary Democratic Unity Front, ARDUF. ARDUF is a political party too, but it has a militant wing too, which is called Ugugumu. Ugugumu means revolution. Ugugumu is an Afar fighters group which has been fighting the Ethiopian security forces. In 1990, this group was involved in several attacks on foreigners in the Afar region, on Ethiopian security forces. And I think in 1990s, Eritrean and Ethiopian government conducted joint operations against Ugugumu. Djibouti has also been accusing Ugugumu of interfering in Djibouti's internal matters. Afars sometimes complain that in Djibouti, Afars are marginalized and Somali Isas are dominating. And these Ugugumu fighters have been involved in some attacks in Djibouti too. So Djibouti, Ethiopian, Eritrean governments have been conducting operations against Ugugumu. Ugugumu has been relatively silent in recent years. Its political wing little bit active, but Afar region is led by Prosperity Party. Abul Arba is the president there. He is Prosperity Party president. If Ugugumu joins Ibrahim Usman in Eritrea, that could be a big development. Will Ugugumu as a group join Ethiopian forces in the fight against Eritrea, or Ethiopia-backed Eritrean opposition groups, or will Ugugumu join this Ibrahim Usman-led anti-Ethiopian government group in Eritrea? That remains to be seen, but some Ugugumu fighters, including a commander, they have entered Eritrea and they have joined the group being formed, organized by Ibrahim Usman there. Ethiopia backed the formation of Eritrean Blue Revolution Front, EBRF, yesterday on the 8th of June 2025. EBRF was formally launched in Addis Ababa. Eritrea definitely not sleeping. More and more Ethiopian Afars are being attracted to join the group being organized by Eritrean government to fight the Ethiopian government. Group could start its activities in the Afar region of Ethiopia. Thanks for watching.